Today we're building the glass tree, so if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and a comment down below, and let's jump into the video. So hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are doing the glass tree. So it's basically a tree inside a big glass cube, and this is actually a my rendition of a real world house. I believe it is in Sweden. I saw it in like an architecture program, and I just thought it was the most cool idea ever. I tried to recreate it, but still put my spin on it. And since we can't actually do rounded walls in The Sims 4 without actually having to you know, cheat the game, I decided just to do it like a hexagon, I believe it's called. So yeah, that's what we did. So I actually spent a lot of time trying to find a tree that could actually fit inside this build without it having to be too massive, and I also needed space for rooms. So I chose this pine tree, and I decided to go with the location from Jungle Adventure, the game pack, because I am absolutely in love with that pack. I think just the location, it's so freaking good. I mean, I'm in love with it. So I think it fits in very nice. It would stand out too much in a location like Willow Creek or Windenburg. So I just decided to put it in here. So we have 3 levels on this house. In the bottom level here, which is actually the basement, because I needed extra space to actually have the tree fit in, because we can only do 4 levels above ground without having to move down into the basement. So in the ground level here, which is the basement, but in the ground level we have the kitchen, we have a bathroom, a dining room, and some seating area places. Then we have a master bedroom upstairs on the first floor. And on the second floor we have another sleeping area. I didn't actually know, and I'll be brutally honest here, I didn't know what to do with that space on the third floor. So you can convert it into whatever you want. And as you can see, it's actually a perfect location for this build, because it's in the middle of a jungle, so you kind of have privacy, because there's a window freaking everywhere. Like windows everywhere you see. So I had to think of a smart way to actually divide up the rooms, and I decided to do it this way, where you can kind of see that the walls go from the actual sides of the building and goes in, and then kind of wraps around the tree where the trim would have normally been. So that's kind of the way that I worked around it. The kitchen we're working on here, it's not the biggest kitchen, and I wanted to have the tree trunk visible throughout every single layer of the build. So I decided at the bottom here that we were going to work with the tree trunk instead of against it. So I just embraced that it was there, put in a lot of tropical plants that fitted in, and yeah, just then worked in the kitchen here, which is actually a pretty nice sized kitchen for the build, because we're working on some very annoying angles to say the least. But I also wanted to use this round table. Ever since I found out they did a round table which could seat 6 people, I have been dying to use it, and I think the way that we use it here is just so beautiful. So it's actually right when you walk into the place, but I've tested it out. Every single chair is usable, even though they are a little close to the back edge of the kind of tree trunk flowered area, but it is workable. So yeah, something went wrong there. I was actually, when I was building this build, I was talking to my mom the whole time, and she has no idea yet what it looks like. I just told her that I was doing a build So yeah, that's just a little fun fact for you guys. So sometimes I may do something and change my mind because I was talking to her, I was being a bit distracted but still trying to build something, and I think that's probably why the third floor or second floor, wherever you are in the world, I would call it the second floor, because the ground floor is kind of like its own floor, but I know in America it's different. The first floor is what we call the ground level. So on the second floor, it's a bit bare, also just because we came so close to the top of the tree that the leaves were just everywhere, and I was having a bit of trouble finding out what to actually put in into that space so it still fit in. But we're working on the bathroom here. Before somebody says something, that mirror, in my mind, is attached to the space in between the two windows. So that's kind of what holds it up. This kind of fake column in between those two. So now, yeah, now that we get that out of the way, there is only one bathroom in this build, and there's only those two beds. If you want it to be a residential home, you can do that, but it is on a rental lot as of this moment when I uploaded it to the gallery. So just keep that in mind. It is on a rental lot, but you can definitely plop it down wherever you feel like. So as you can kind of see, I'm trying to work with these colors that kind of complement the jungle theme that we are going for here. And it was actually, I like it. I really like how it turned out. I mean, it's different. I don't normally use all browns and yellows, but I just think in this sense, it looks really, really awesome. And it just complements the tree and the wooden flooring. And I'm overall really happy about how everything tied together, except for maybe the second floor. I could have used a bit more inspiration on that, but you know, you can always criticize your own work when it's done and see flaws. So I'm trying to just look at the positive things of this build and embrace that instead. So here's the master bedroom. It has its own room, and that was really important for me to have a separation so you could feel that it was its own room. So we played around with some manipulation of the room here by putting in some another wall piece and throwing in this kind of like, I'm not sure what to call it, like a corner couch thing. I believe it came with the dogs and cats and dogs expansion, whatever they call it. In my head, it's just pets expansion. But I believe it came with that. And as you can see on the second floor here, we're so close to the crown of the tree now. So all the leaves are really dominant. And they just fill a lot. So I was unsure what to put into the space. And then I realized that you can see into the downstairs room. So I just decided to use that as an opportunity to throw in some more flowers up here, because why not? It's a house all about a tree inside of a glass cube or glass tube, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, more plants in there. But yeah, this is just a bedroom slash living space upstairs here, kind of like a guest type of thing, because honestly I didn't know how to work around the tree trunk and just the leaves being so big and so dominant up here, because I couldn't put in any walls. I just had to work around it. So we put in a living space here, and there's some empty space up there, but you can definitely do with it as you see fit. Yeah, we're gonna jump in to the outside in a little bit and just start decorating that. seeing that we are in the jungle, I wanted to not use normal stones, but just kind of try to not replicate what I did with the temple house, but do something that would blend into the environment a bit more seamlessly. So we used these kind of crumble walls, jungle walls, and kind of scaled them up, layered them on top of each other with smaller pieces. And then we put in a lot of jungle plants that would actually fit into the space, and hanging ferns and stuff like that. Just to kind of make it look a bit more cohesive, so it actually fits into what the build is all about. And these hanging ferns here, yeah, put in lots of those. We're going to put in a big staircase that kind of leads down to the house. And yeah, then it's just me going around putting in lots of plants, just to kind of try to cover up that it's actually down into a basement, because I needed it to look seamless into, like, it blended seamless into the surroundings. So there's a lot of me fiddling around with these ferns here, trying to make it look realistic, putting in some more plants, blending it in. It's kind of like I totally lost it. But yeah, blending stuff here. It's just and still, I'm still totally in love with how everything looks. Every plant that came with this pack, so freaking beautiful. But we're going to jump into the screenshots in a little bit as I kind of finish up here. We're going to put in a pathway, and then we're going to jump into the screenshots so you guys can see how everything turned out in the end. But just, yeah, the final touches here as we go into the screenshots. So here you have it, the glass tree. I think it turned out really good. It's different. I haven't seen it done before. So I'm overall really happy. Maybe in the future I can take another stab at it and try to do something different with it. But as of now, I'm overall really satisfied about how it turned out. So remember, if you want to get this build, it's on the gallery right now. Every time I do a build, I upload it immediately after. Otherwise, I just tend to forget to do it. So it's on the gallery right now. You can find it, just search Auvbri. You should be able to find all my stuff. I cannot leave a link down below because that doesn't work for some unknown reason. People are having trouble finding me in their browser. So nothing I do about that, but search my origin ID, Auvbri, should be able to find every single one of my builds on there. Be sure to follow me on the gallery as well as we jump into the last screenshots here. Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a big like and comment down below what you thought about it. Check me out on Twitter, Auvbri, and yeah, the last screenshots here. I think this location looks gorgeous. I'm so in love with it. But again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time for another video.